So I've been noticing lately that there's a lot of noise in my head. I mean, there's a lot of noise in the city too, but in my head. And one of the reasons is because I've cluttered it up in there with too many thoughts that don't need to be in there. I can spend so much time decluttering a drawer, closet, do this and that, clean out the garage. But then I don't spend enough time checking out what I'm storing in there. And sometimes I think to myself, why do you still have that thought in there? That ain't doing you any good. It's actually a boring thought. Or I chat with somebody and like these old stories come regurgitating forward. Why have that in there? Just thinking this morning of just like imagining a shredder. Just shredding them. Put out something else in its place. And I know that a lot of people do this because I talk to a lot of people and the same regurgitated thoughts come out. I mean, you really know this when you hang out with people for a while and all of a sudden you're like, I know I've heard this story like a gazillion times. And I'm trying to be really aware of that too. And what that to me is a good thing to think about is that when I'm telling the same stories, and sometimes I can spin my stories or talk about the same story but different ways, just to watch it and say, what do I not have any other stories to tell? Do I have any other stories to think about? Do I have any other things to work on? Or am I just going to keep on with these thoughts? So this is going to be an interesting experiment because, you can do it and shred them, but they pop up. And that's just because I think it went to your subconscious hard drive. And so when somebody talks about something or you hear something, that particular story gets triggered and moves forward. So you really got to go back and back. Now, this is my thing. So you shredded it. All right, so it's shredded. And then it comes up again. And you're like, there it is again. So that's when you want to go deep, deep, deep into the subconscious. And you got to replace it. You got to replace sort of like an attachment on that thought. So when that thought comes up, this new one comes forward. And eventually that new one hopefully is a good one and a fun one and activates a lot of good energy. And then that one will really knock that other one out. I don't know. I really think I'm going to keep giving it a try because sometimes I have noticed that it does work. And maybe even just putting it in my subconscious, you gotta shred some thoughts. Some of these thoughts are like, so I'm exploring, and especially exploring how I can have the patience to listen to a lot of rattling and banging and clanging, which is why I probably can store so many thoughts. But I gotta get rid of some of them are just, bleh. Yeah, yeah. Working on it. Thanks for listening.